Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback. They started on the ground with Eckler, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
It's been a strong season for him thus far, sitting currently 7th in the NFL in rushing. He gives their offense really good flexibility because if he's gashing a defense, they can ride him to an early lead. But the defense sells out to stop it, that opens up their passing game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. The Lions at 2-3 here to begin the new season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. There he goes, right side. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown. Scoop and score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Steps away to his left. He gets it complete to Jackson. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And taken down just shy of the 40. Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we got to put in Davis.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 27-yard line. A third down gain of 19. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Renfrow. And the Lions are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit in the first quarter. Now they are...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Austin Eckler, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, we saw David Montgomery lead the nation a few years back in broken tackles when he was at Iowa State. And he's proven to be difficult to bring down in the NFL as well.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Moreland. He's got a man. Complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Moreland. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it
It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On third down, Moreland. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football
as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Lawton, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler.
And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Okay, now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Crossing route, and he's got his man. It's Renfro. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Ekeler. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 5 yards on 1st down, and now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not
trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Moreland.
Right side. There's Likely with it. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Once more Montgomery, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Montgomery. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand.
I actually like the fake, all right? It gave it a shot. This is one of those plays where you really think you're going to fool people because he shoveled it off to the kicker, and he was going to try and get it running. We have seen it be successful before, but definitely not on this play.
Yeah, I was going to say, as the kicker, when you see that it's probably not going to work, just terror and panic in your eyes, I would imagine.
What we really needed there was the close-up of his face while he was running.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
A pass complete downfield to Renfro.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight line.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the 1st half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the 1st half.
So here is Washington now to take over.
They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Moreland. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
Finds Lazard quickly on the slant. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that, where big-time play by the defense.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted.
Nick Needham picks it off. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Commanders' offense returning to the field. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton across the 30 to the 31-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Jones on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now this throw caught left side, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back to throw here. And in for the Lions touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Moreland. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On the target to his man, Likely. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 33.
Patterson's kick is good.
But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Ready.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
Ready.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Packers who have the lead as that game approaches halftime. The Packers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Tyler Lockett, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. A touchdown there for Alvin Kamara. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll get this to the 32.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
To throw on third down, Moreland. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Rams, but they've got the lead right now as they start this drive first and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And this is incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Lions. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think this running game, or should I say, a lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. On the move to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2nd and 11. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down. The coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if I kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got it.
Touchdown, Detroit! Austin Ekeler, 53 yards. And the Lions have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point attempt to come here. And that will make this a 4-point game. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Moreland. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Here's Jones on the return. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Ekeler. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
One advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
It's Ekeler again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
That'll go as a pickup of 8. on first down. Moreland. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down. Moreland complete to Likely. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. And this looks like a roughing call. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Moreland. And he'll just get rid of it.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. David Montgomery, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready to look for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he is going to have the Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Ready, break.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game and victory.
Eckler now between interception. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down. Back to throw. Moreland. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Looking to throw. Moreland. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there is they were able to connect. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And the Commanders are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Operating from the gun. Moreland. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. From 4 yards out. And the Commanders are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here comes Hunter Renfrow, ready for the next drive with the rest of his offensive mates. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. Eluding the pressure right. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. The Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, they go Montgomery.
Well, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So now the Lions down by 10. At time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's complete to Adams. Back to throw now on first down. He hits Adams complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these